Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from Northwest Arena. It is game number 2 for the Titans at the Governor's Cup as they'll go cross-border battle here with the Ontario Hockey Academy. Dylan Ward here on the call as the teams get set for warm-ups. I'm joined here pregame by our CSO, Brad Cesario, who, if you watch all of our games, you've heard me say his name so many times, but maybe you haven't heard his opinions and what he has to say. So we're going to talk a little bit about the tournament so far. But first, Brad, I just want to ask you, hockey aside, how's the trip been going for you so far?
The trip's been going fantastic. Love Jamestown. There's a lot to do here, some great restaurants. We had a nice visit to a brewery, group visit. The boys are able to walk around, wander around, find things to do in Jamestown, unparented. So the groups kind of spend their time separately here, and it's good adult and team bonding.
All right, well, Titans won yesterday. They're 1-0-0 at this tournament. They played Cathedral Prep. They won 2-0, goals in that game from Benji Pajerski and Evan Bonnell. A 14-save shutout for Thomas Preston as well. A good start to the tournament, but only 2 goals put on the board. What do they need to do to get the offense going a little bit?
Well, you know, it's so they're playing Culver Academy, and they're playing Ontario Hockey Academy. Ontario Hockey Academy is an elite academy up in Canada. They actually have 4 U18 teams and 1 U17 teams. They actually have 4 girls teams too. We are playing their number 3 team, and so don't take that meaning that this is going to be an easy game. Their number 1 team is a prep team that rates very high in the my hockey ratings. That would put them as more of a mid-level to elite level AAA team here in the U.S. And then they also have a AAA team. Now, it's hard to translate my hockey ratings in Canada to the U.S., but maybe the best barometer on what we're going to be in for today is Ontario Hockey Academy played Culver Academy, which is currently the number 1 ranked team in Indiana, and they played them to a 1-0 defeat. Not many goals scored, but as far as what do we need to do, we've been putting shots on goal, right? So really, maybe the thing we need to do is create a lot more action right in front of the net and try to get some of those dirty goals.
Titans with 36 shots in that 2-0 win. It was really a good game by both goaltenders in that one. Then the Titans have North Allegheny later, but I want to talk about the tournament a little bit. It's not your usual Pool A, Pool B, C, and D format where all the winners move on to the semifinals. Everyone's just in one big standings, all 16 teams, and because of that, it's not likely, but there's a chance you can go 3-0 at this tournament and not advance due to the tiebreakers, and the DeMatha Stags didn't help out the Titans at all by forfeiting the tournament, giving 3 teams an awarded win, and coming into today, 2 teams are already credited as 2-0.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, you'd have to, obviously we don't know for sure, but you'd have to speculate. You got to win all 3 games.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not the way it turns out, but that's the way you got to be playing.
And win every period, regardless of the score. Keep pushing till the end. And Brad, one final question for you. This is the first time we've seen the Titans with the gold uniforms and the gold pants as a combination. Looks like a old Thursday Night Football color rush. What do you think of the look here?
Oh, I love it. It looks
maybe
great.
Gerard can get a little close up. Yeah, you could really see the detail there.
It looks great. I'm wondering who made the decision? The boys or the coaches? Do you know who made
it must be the boys. At least that's what I think. But yeah, that's a sweet look. Well, Brad Cesario, thank you so much for coming on the broadcast here. Really appreciated what you had to say, and clearly you did a little bit of research coming into this tournament. And I guess you'll hop over and do the scoreboard.
On the scoreboard. Here we go. Go Titans.
Go Titans. We'll see you after a quick break here on the South Hockey Network. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that pregame segment with Brad Cesario. He'll be manning the scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen for today's game. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. We thank Glenview Bank and Trust for being our presenting sponsor all season long and making these broadcasts possible night in and night out, whether it's the Glenview Ice Center or Northwest Arena here in Jamestown, New York. We're bringing all the action to you. And if you're watching back home in Chicago, hopefully you have a cup of coffee nearby because it is 7:30 in the morning in Chicago. It's 8:30 here, which is still pretty darn early, but with all of us, players, fans, broadcast team alike, on Central Time still in our bodies, it was definitely a struggle to wake up this morning, but we got the job done. All right, the Titans playing Ontario Hockey Academy here on the South Hockey Network. This is Dylan Ward, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator. Titans wearing gold. They'll go from left to right in the first period. OHA, the Ontario Hockey Academy, wearing maroon as they go from right to left, as the Titans are the designated home team for the one and only time during the preliminary round here in this one. You might notice we are on a much smaller setup rink than what we were yesterday. If maybe Gerard wants to show exactly how many seats there are here at the rink. It is not quite the 3,000 seat arena that the Titans played at yesterday. Not a lot of room here for the fans, but it's part of coming to these tournaments. The Titans lucky to have 2 out of 3 games at the main rink, though. And we're still in the same building, just across the bar, so to speak. This one's backhanded in by Miwa. Starting goaltender tonight for the Titans is once again Thomas Preston. 14 saves shutout yesterday against the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Now in 2 games this season against Cathedral Prep, he's only allowed 1 goal. Here's Pajurski, who scored on the power play. The Titans' power play was hot yesterday, too, against Cathedral Prep, as both of their goals in the 2-0 win were scored on the power play. The Titans still looking for their first in 5-on-5 action so far at this tournament. Here's Pajurski. He got his pocket picked, and here comes Wai-Sum Wong out of the zone, but offsides, as just a step over the line was Pross, and that'll bring the faceoff back out to neutral ice. 13:55 to go in the first period. Game number 1 of a doubleheader here for the Titans, as they'll go again at 3 o'clock local time here in New York and 2 o'clock Central Time for those watching back at home. Back underway. This one backhanded down into the zone, taken away by Kitty. Now Lytle steals it. He'll knock this one down. It goes all the way down below the goal line, and OHA picks it up behind the net. Plays it off the near boards and out. It'll go all the way down, but icing waved off as Aiden Weller will chase after the puck. Plays it to the near side, but it's intercepted by Lalonde. Taken right back by Luke Fagan. And now Bonnell looking to tip it out. Fagan gets it again. Fagan over the line. Taken away by Nelson of OHA. And he'll play it off the far boards all the way down for an icing. Well, if you're an Ontario Hockey Academy supporter and you found our way to our YouTube broadcast this morning, we appreciate you spending some time with us. This is the South Hockey Network, and I would imagine quite a few of you are probably tuned in if you're fans of Ontario, because there are only 2 Ontario fans in the rink at the moment. Everyone else here supporting the boys in gold. Ontario Hockey Academy, the only non-American team to come to this Governor's Cup. As this one's centered, Surma couldn't get a forehand on it. McPherson backhands it back down. It's taken by Nick Arbor. I'll try and get it down into the Titans zone. Eventually it will, but it's possessed by Sokol, who flips it out to Cesario. Now Surma kicks it ahead. Ontario Hockey Academy, winners of this tournament on 2 occasions, as they won in 2017 and 2018. We'll be seeing them again later on today in our tournament showcase, where Gerard Boris and I will be broadcasting several non-GBS games, as the official broadcast provider of the Governor's Cup, following the Titans game at 3 o'clock local time today. So we're looking forward to that. As Mitchell Adams gets in there for the right circle face-off. It's taken by OHA. Wood goes down below the goal line for Reddy. As Ontario trying to get it out, they cannot. Will Fagan keeps it alive, left point, fires a shot, and that's saved by Nicholas Sirois. Maybe Syrah. 12:22 to go in the first. That was the Titans' third shot on goal there. Still no saves made by Thomas Preston, and no goals allowed either. Luke Fagan, right point. This one goes down to the far side. Mitchell Adams sends it below the goal line. Weiss sent it up to Charlie Preston. He takes a shot. That one stopped. And the rebound sent out of the zone. OHA fires it down, but it was before center ice, so it will be an icing stopping play with 12 minutes left here in the first period. First of 5 games at the Governor's Cup, live right here on the South Hockey Network. Dylan Ward here on the broadcast. I'll be taking you through all the exciting action, along with Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, as always. As the Titans will get ready for another attacking zone face-off at the left circle. Blake Hoffer at the dot, wins it back to Stevens. Now Pajerski. Far side corner, up to Hoffer, now Aiden Weller. Weller centered it, comes to the near side, Ben Stevens. Stevens looking to play it up high to McPherson, but it gets taken away. Here comes OHA, this is Jeffrey Kitty, as he sends it down into the zone. It's sent back up high to the right point, but the only man there was Blake Hoffer, but he blows a tire as Pajerski swoops in there and gets the puck out to the neutral zone. Dumped right back in to the stick of Aiden Weller. Weller will send it down into the zone, but that hits the protective netting and goes up and out of play. So we've had quite a few whistles here in the early going of this one. 11:24 to go in the first period. Face-off coming in neutral ice. At the center ice face-off circle, as kind of looks like this rink has a few extra face-off circles, but it's actually the curling lines here on rink 2. Some curling happens here at Northwest Arena. So you see those targets. Gerard and I were wondering maybe if it would become a distraction for the players, but really I don't think so. So much of it is muscle memory anyway, as Stevens comes over the line offsides as it's touched by Pajerski. OHA yesterday in their first game, a 1-0 defeat against Culver Academy Eagles. The game-winning goal came with 11:28 to go in the third period. Tough night offensively for OHA. Nothing was clicking for them. The goaltender for Culver was outstanding. Power play was 0 for 7 for Ontario Hockey Academy in last night's game. Cesario looking to backhand this one in. It's taken by Elkin as he comes over the line, centers it, looking for Arbor, didn't connect. Will Fagan gets the puck away, but can't clear the zone. Kept alive by Aaron Wood. He fires a shot, and a save made by Thomas Preston, his first stop of the game. Another whistle. 10:29 to go in the first. 0-0 game between the Titans and Ontario Hockey Academy. No nickname. They've got a sort of a stallion-looking mascot as part of their logo, but no official nickname for these boys. Just OHA, Ontario Hockey Academy, whatever you want. This one's intercepted by Cesario towards the net, takes a shot, that one in the air. Sokol trying to bury the rebound, and it wouldn't go. Close chance for the Titans now. Mulvey with a shot going wide of the net, but into the glove anyway. Finally, we have a little action for you. We'll take a look at our replay here. As really, this is what we want. Behind the net cam. Cesario, it looked like that one might have been on its way to flipping up and over the net, but no luck. So I think we need to change the replay setting, Gerard, to 7 seconds. So it looks like it's on 10 now. I think I know how to do that. I'll try it at the next whistle. Here's Lytle over the line, down the right wing side, centered it, Evan Bonnell. But that one's in on net and covered up. There we go. 9:34 to go in the first. Early morning here in Jamestown. On the walk to the rink today, the sun was not up yet. Although we haven't seen the sun a lot this weekend, it's pretty much been snowing the entire weekend. And not just snow on the ground, but snow falling from the sky. Here's Weller with a shot. As a matter of fact, the boys actually rented some sleds yesterday and found a sledding hill here in Jamestown, New York. And took some rides down the old hill. It's been lots of fun here for not only the parents but the boys. Or not only the boys but the parents is what I meant. As this one goes down to the far side corner, Evan Bonnell plays it to the near side. Don't forget, folks, we have a chat going. If you want to leave us any questions, we'd love to interact with you. We'll take a look at the end of each period. Make sure you're subscribed to use the chat and to unlock all enhanced replay features as well. As this one comes dribbling in on net, it'll be covered up by Sorois. Another whistle. 8:24 to go in the first. Still waiting for our first goal here in the early AM. Offensive zone faceoff coming for Glenbrook South, right circle. As Jim Philbin will change them up. The Titans, as we mentioned, the designated home team here for this one, so they will get the last change. And he'll throw the Sokol line out there for this faceoff. It's taken by OHA. Goes to the far side. They'll look to backhand it out, but Surma gets it deep. Taken back by Rusky Jones. He plays it to the near side. As they fight for it, right point. Titans attacking zone, 2-on-2 board battle. Coming away with it is OHA. Here's Ollie Rusky Jones. He can't clear the zone. Now he will poke it out. Can't get around Will Fagan. As now here comes Surma. Partial break. Surma towards the net. Takes a shot. Couldn't get a lot on it. Now it comes to the near side corner. Backhanded down below the goal line. As it comes out of the zone. Here comes Fleetham. Taken away by Frank Surma. Through neutral ice. Poked off his stick. Adam Sokol. Now we'll backhand it up. Will Fagan left point towards the net. Puck is bouncing. And the save is made by Sorois. Nearly caught him on a knuckleball there as the shot from way up high by Fagan is a two-hopper before it reaches the blue paint and is covered up by Nicholas Sorois. There's Jonah Weiss on the ice. Good to see him dressed and ready to go for this one after the Titans were missing him in yesterday's game due to illness. He's projected to play the rest of the tournament here in Jamestown, but other notable players out for the Titans. Asher Vanderploeg, still month-to-month with a lower body injury. Hanging out on the bench as he always is. And Zach Boris also not in the lineup due to a minor injury that will keep him out for this tournament, but fully expected to return when the Titans get back to SHL play next week with a big game on Wednesday night against Nutria Green. Mitchell Adams, left point, will send it down low. Preston chasing after it, comes to the near side, taken back by Pross as he gets it out to the neutral zone. McPherson goes far side. Preston backhands it in, taken away by OHA. Pross gets it ahead as here comes Miwa. Down the right wing side, Weller picks it up. And Aiden Weller will skate through neutral ice over the red line. He comes, knocks this one in down the right wing side. Picked up far side corner, Hoffer centered it, Pajurski, what a pass, and Pajurski's shot was stopped by Sorois, but how about the connection there from Blake and Benji? Now Ferretti gets it back near side below his own goal line for OHA. Can't get it out, Stevens knocks it back deep. Picked up by Ferretti. Now to the far side it goes as Nelson will come out with it. Down the right wing side, gets around Luke Fagan, but Weller finds the loose puck and backhands it out. Here comes Pajurski. Tried a shot, that one blocked in close by Busy Costco. Now below the goal line once again. Elkin. Near side, taken away, and here comes Ontario. This one goes up and into the Titan bench, out of play. 5:26 to go in the first. Still waiting for our first goal here at Northwest Arena. So we are on rink 2 here in this 2-rink facility. Of course, rink 1 was the rink the Titans played on last night, the 3,000-seat former NAHL arena. And we're right here in the same building. If you wanted to go to rink 1, it's about a maybe 7 to 8 second walk through the bar right behind us. Sokol, Cesario, centers it. Surma right there. He scores! Frank Surma didn't get a lot on the shot, but it was enough to get through the 5-hole. And it's 1-0 Titans as they strike first. Frank Surma's first point of the tournament. Cesario will get the assist as well. And just squeaking over the goal line there. And the Titans score the first goal of the game in back-to-back games here at the Governor's Cup. 5:09 to go in the first period. And on shot number 11, the Titans get one by. Here comes Ryan Mulvey. Blake Hoffer out to the neutral zone. Ben Stevens. He'll backhand this one down low. It goes below the goal line where it's picked up by Ollie Rusky-Jones. As we get a penalty called, tripping will be the call. And the Titans will be guilty of a penalty there. We'll take one more look at this play by Blake Hoffer to give Benji Pajurski a prime scoring chance. Hoffer down in that far side corner. What a pass through 3 bodies. And Benji, who scored yesterday, looking for his second goal of the tournament there. Couldn't get that one past the goaltender. All right, so to the penalty kill go the Titans. All penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Glenbrook South 2 for 2 on the kill against Cathedral Prep. And OHA 0 for 7 on their power play yesterday against Culver. We'll see if they can get anything going here. Still sitting with only 1 shot on goal in the game. It's been a leaner for Thomas Preston. Now Laycock centers it, gets it back, takes a shot. That one stopped by Preston. And Brad will give him a save. How about it? Now Laycock, left point. We'll send it down low. Rusky-Jones picks it up right side. First real sustained possession here for OHA, but they lose the puck. Cesario gets up to it. He's in on net shorthanded, and the save is made by Sorois. He hangs on. Good awareness here by Jonathan Cesario to turn on the Jets and really give himself a clear-cut breakaway to the net. One-on-one with the goaltender. Short-handed, and while he doesn't get the goal, he does force the goaltender to freeze. And the Titans, while short-handed, will have an O-zone face-off here. They'll win it. Back up to Will Fagan. He'll retreat outside the zone and try to fire it in, but it takes a deflection off an OHA stick and goes into the OHA bench. .109 to go on the power play. Titans lead 1-0 on the goal by Frank Surma. On the overall season, his 13th here in his second year playing South hockey. Blake Hoffer, good defensive play right at the blue line to knock that puck off a stick. Ryan Mulvey will clear this one down. Really nice penalty kill here by the Titans, and Blake Hoffer nearly with a shorthanded bid. As OHA had that attacking zone possession, but really couldn't get anything going. Their one quote-unquote shot on goal was probably going wide, but kicked out of there by Preston anyway. Now this one's played ahead to Hoffer on a pass from Surma. Blake Hoffer looking to get around one defender. He'll chase his puck down to the near side corner and knock a man down, but OHA will come away with possession after all that. Fung backhands it. Here comes Wysum Wong. Wong down to the goal line, kept in the zone, but we have a penalty behind the net. Cross-checking is the call. As it looks like OHA will be guilty this time. And Wysum Wong goes to the penalty box. And that'll end the OHA power play. We'll have 4-on-4 for 6 seconds, then it will be a Glenbrook South power play once that begins. All power plays are sponsored by RSM here on the South Hockey Network, the power of being understood. As the Titans win the face-off, 4-on-4 hockey, only for a couple more seconds here. Cesario back up high, Mulvey. Stevens out of the box. He'll go to the bench in exchange for Surma, and we're back to 5-on-4. As this one's cleared out by OHA. 2:30 to go in the first period. 1-0 game as the Titans scored 2 power play goals yesterday. 2 out of 6 on the man advantage. We'll see if they get any more PP magic here. Surma over the line. Goes to Sokol, who plays it up high. Ryan Mulvey towards the net. Looking for a deflection, didn't get it. Now Weller over to the left wing. Sokol there. Adam Sokol plays it back up high, Mulvey. Mulvey across for Weller. Top of the circle, Aiden Weller. Down to Surma. Titans keep the puck after a little disruption. Cesario up to Mulvey towards the net. Puck is bouncing as they try to backhand it in. Puck is still loose. No whistle yet. And finally, it goes. Good start to the power play here for the Titans. Halfway through it. 1 minute to go and 1:57 to go in the first period. As the Titans will throw their second unit out. Or really what's normally their first unit, but they were on the ice when the penalty happened. Puck falls and it's immediately cleared off a face-off win by OHA. Preston behind his net, plays it to the near side, finds Weller, goes back below the goal line, past Mulvey into Hoffer instead. Blake Hoffer up ahead for Benji Pajurski. Pajurski over the line, drops it off Weller. Aiden Weller across for Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey down to Hoffer. Blake Hoffer looking for a good chance. We'll find Mulvey, who swoops down to the left circle. The captain over to Weller. Aiden Weller towards the net. Puck bounces wide. 16 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Hoffer picking it up. Plays it back down low below the net. Ben Stevens. Stevens right side circle. Up to Weller, across to Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey takes a shot. Knocks the stick out of one man's hand as he'll go to the puck and try to kick it out. Down in that corner, Pajurski battling with him. Pajurski being 1-on-3 right now for that board battle. Power play is over for the Titans. They'll fall to 0 for 1 as this one's knocked down into the zone by OHA. Down to 30 seconds left here in the first period. Frank Surma's goal, the lone tally so far. OHA gets it out to the neutral zone. Here comes Nick Arbor, knocking this one down. Will Fagan knocked off the puck. Here's a backhand shot. That one stopped by Preston. Rebound. He made another save. Keep it 1-0. Surma, nice reception on that pass as he gets it ahead to Cesario. Now Surma gets it back, touches it to Sokol. Taken away by OHA as the buzzer sounds on period number 1. 1-0 South on the lone goal by Frank Surma. As we see here, a nice back-to-back saves here by Thomas Preston. And then look at this by Frank Surma in neutral ice. Knocks this puck out of midair to settle it down. No high stick at all. All right, we'll take a quick break here on the South Hockey Network. Don't go anywhere. Second period coming right up. What'd you just do? Wow, we're playing really well. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Dylan Ward here on the call. Second period action is upon us as the teams have switched sides. The Titans wearing gold will go from right to left. And Ontario Hockey Academy wearing maroon will go from left to right here in period number 2. As I mentioned, Dylan Ward here on play-by-play. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator, in charge of the top left corner of your screen. Titans lead 1-0. They'll look to make it 2. Bonnell goes over to Higgins, but that pass didn't connect. Now OHA steals it. Prost backhands it out, picked up by Miwa. Or Minato, perhaps. Looks like Minato's listed as his first name. That could be a mistake on the program here at the Governor's Cup. Here's Higgins, threw a pass up to the left point. Weller couldn't keep it in the zone. Now turning on the Jets is Arbor. He catches up to the puck. Good defensive play by Luke Fagan to knock it out of harm's reach. Now Lytle through the neutral zone. He comes over the line down the right wing side, centered it. Taken away by Laycock. Jordan Laycock. Laycock. He's got the puck again. Plays it out to the neutral zone and picked up by OHA. Here comes Nick Arbor. Now over the line they come. This one down low. Fleetum. Below the goal line, looked to center it. Couldn't get it to his man waiting. That was Nick Arbor. Now another chance by Fleetum. He couldn't get it to his forehand cleanly, and the Titans finally will clear this one out. They might have a 3-on-2 here as Sokol gets it ahead for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario down below the goal line. Sokol tried to get it up to Mulvey, but it's played outside the zone. The lone goal scorer, Frank Surma, backhands this one to neutral ice where Cesario will dump it in. It goes to the far side and picked right back up by Ontario Hockey Academy. I noticed that there are no messages in the chat. Feel free to leave us a message or a question. We're happy to respond and interact with you folks who are watching at home. Whether you're Titans fans or OHA fans, as this is called nicing on a bit of a delayed whistle. That'll send the face-off to the defensive end for the Titans. At the circle to Thomas Preston's right. Preston, perfect so far, though he's only seen 5 shots. A perfect 14 for 14 in yesterday's game. Against the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. As OHA wins the faceoff here to get us back underway. Out to neutral ice, sent in by Aaron Wood. McPherson down below the line to the near side, Weller. Out to Blake Hoffer, now Benji Pajurski. Pajurski skates through the neutral zone. Pajurski looking to get ahead. He lost the puck, but Blake Hoffer got to it. Tried to send it back up to Weller, but not enough juice on that pass off the boards, and it's taken by OHA, who dump it in. Aiden Weller picks up the puck, goes out to neutral ice for Blake Hoffer. 3-on-2 for the Titans' first line. Hoffer couldn't get around Leonardo Ferretti, and it's taken away by Ontario. McPherson to the far side as that touches a skate. That should have been too many men on the ice, but it wasn't called. Oh no, it did get called here on the near side. Oh no, sorry, that's a delayed offsides. Without the orange stripe on the ref's sleeves, it's a little bit hard to tell if it's a penalty or not. They'll get called for offsides there and make a wish with 11:11 to go in the second period. 1-0 Titans. Frank Surma with the goal. And yeah, we've got some of the dads up here. You guys have read my mind. That should have been too many men on the ice. So the Titans get unlucky there, and Ontario with a break. What do you think? Let us know in the chat. Should it have been called? While you're at it, subscribe to use the chat and to unlock all enhanced replay functionality. As Sokol goes to Cesario, who comes over the line down the right wing side, plays it up to Will Fagan, has some space, whiffed on a shot, got it back, shoots! That one high of the net. Now Surma tried to slap it off the rebound, but that didn't work as the whistle goes for the net coming off its moorings. 10:48 to go in the second, 1-0 Titans. As a 3-0 record is pretty darn important when it comes to making it to the semifinals of this tournament. With no groups and just 3 games apiece for all teams here at the Governor's Cup, and one big 16-team standing with only the top 4 making it, there's an unlikely but possible chance that the Titans could go 3-0 and not make the semifinals based on tiebreakers. As we talk about the tiebreakers in this tournament, your record is obviously number 1, and then if the teams are tied, it'll go to most wins, and then head-to-head if applicable. But the way we're talking about it is that multiple teams are tied 3-0, so none of those tiebreakers make sense. So it would go to the points per period system, which is unique here at this tournament. So we're going to get an interference call against the Titans, which is going to send OHA to the power play once again. Jack Higgins to the box. And 2 minutes on the clock for his penalty. All penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. After the power play, we'll go a little bit more in depth about that points per period tiebreaker that I was talking about. But the puck falls in the Titans' defensive end. OHA wins the face-off, and the power play is up and running. Laycock goes down to the captain, Rusky Jones. Back to Laycock, down to the circle. Picked up by Elkin. Back up to Laycock. He shoots, looking for a deflection, but Preston makes the save. And then off the rebound, a little shot attempt there by Stenland Fleetum. Surprised no more. Not as many Titans are getting in their face after that. OHA 0 for 7 in their game yesterday, 0 for 1 here today in this one. Still looking for their first power play goal of this tournament on several opportunities. As a matter of fact, they're looking for their first goal of this tournament as they lost 1-0 yesterday against Culver Academy. Titans lead 1-0 here in this one. 1:31 to go on the power play. Another left circle face-off upcoming here. Puck falls. It's taken by the Titans. Adam Sokol. He might have a shorthanded bid. Scored a shorty already this season. He leaves it for Cesario. Jonathan Cesario eludes a check, but he lost the puck. He backhands it down to the far side corner. Sokol goes chasing after it, but it's taken by Ariel Elkin. Now this one sent into the zone by Fleetum. Goes down below the goal line. Ryan Mulvey will sling it towards the bench. That's not too many men on the ice because the man's skate it hit was part of the 5. This one's flipped out to the neutral zone. Glove down by Rusky Jones as he retreats back to his own end. Here's the captain for OHA. 50 seconds left on the power play. Puck taken back by Will Fagan. He can't clear the zone. Rusky Jones. And now the Titans will flip it out. Frank Surma able to knock it out. Blake Hoffer chasing after the puck behind the goaltender's net. He'll play with it. Play it to the near side. 15-7 your shots on goal in favor of Glenbrook South, as we get down to 24 seconds remaining in the second period. Here's Nelson over the line. Down to the left wing side. Backhands this one deep. Picked up by Will Fagan instead. He will clear. Great penalty kill for the Titans once again. A couple of shorthanded opportunities as well, just like their first look. And Ontario Hockey Academy on the tournament so far will fall to 0 for 9 on the man advantage. As the Titans have successfully killed another penalty, their PK is now 4 for 4 here at the Governor's Cup. Here's an outlet pass by Pajerski. He finds Blake Hoffer. Hoffer through neutral ice, gets around two defenders and cut in on net, but lost the puck as it was rolling on him at the end. Now Hoffer. Swim play to the far side, Ben Stevens, but he loses possession and OHA will come out with it. Here comes Jeffrey Kitty. Over the line down the right wing side, centered it, and a good save made by Preston as the puck bounced near the blue paint, but he was able to swoop it out. Now Cole McPherson. Neutral ice, it's intercepted by OHA. Taken away by Blake Hoffer as now he comes over the line. Takes a slap shot. That one blocked in close by Fung as that puck absolutely hit the protective netting, but the refs didn't notice it. So we'll play on. And that's part of this two-ref system here in Jamestown. Stevens is taken down, and that'll be a penalty. So actually the Titans sort of benefited from that no call for the puck hitting the netting, because then the game flow would not have resulted in the trip. And the Titans will go to the power play. All power plays on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by RSM as always. Pretty clear penalty call. As about 20 dads here in the rink all put their hand up along with the referee. So the Titans 0 for 1 on the man advantage here in this one, but 2 for 7 at the tournament. We'll see if they can get their third PPG here on this look. As again, you want to win each individual period, regardless of the score. That is the number one tiebreaker. Well, really, not the number one tiebreaker, but the main tiebreaker that will differentiate the 3-0 teams that look to make it to the semifinals. Here's Weller back up high. Across for Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey tipped on goal by Bunnell, and the save is made by Soroy. Evan Bunnell looking for his second power play goal of the tournament. Now Weller at the right point. Sends one to the net. Tipped by Cesario, and a good save made by Soroyce. Back-to-back good looks on the deflections from the Glenbrook South Titans. Something you see a lot in the NHL. Not too much in high school hockey, but first Bunnell with the slow roller. Got it towards the net, and now this is a really nice play by 42 in yellow. As we're back underway here. Ryan Mulvey shoots, and he scores, but it's not called. I thought it went in, but the ref said no. Some parents here at the rink did too. Well, that'll be a perfect chance to look at the goal cam, but no goal is the official ruling. Here's Mulvey down to Weller, right circle. He shoots. That one wouldn't go. Now another shot right in on net. It also wouldn't go as it gets cleared out by OHA. Boy, it just really looked like that hit the back bar of the net. As now it's given up by Mulvey. A steal by Elkin, shorthanded. Big save made by Thomas Preston on the shorthanded bid by Ontario. Now here comes Benji Pajerski. Pajerski through neutral ice. He gets tripped up. Maybe trying to draw one there, but the rest wouldn't fall for it as it gets cleared out by OHA. Now Weller picks it up in his own zone as we get down to 5:30 left in the period. Stevens ahead for Hoffer. Blake Hoffer fires it in. That hits the protective netting and out of play. All right, let's have a look. So here's the main cam. We'll get a look at the goal cam as well. Just really looked like he found that top left corner, but none of the Titans celebrated, so maybe not. Let's see here. Tough to tell. It doesn't look like it. Sorry about that, folks. Bad call on my behalf. If I got anyone excited at home. I do see we have some chats rolling in, so we'll be sure to check on those at the intermission. Feel free to leave us questions or your thoughts on anything during the game. We'd love to interact with you folks at home. That's what our broadcast is all about. As this one sent into the zone, but not before one of the Titans tagged up in neutral ice, so it's called offsides, and the face-off will come out to the neutral zone. 4:58 to go in the second. Frank Surma's lone goal back in the first period still stands as the difference here in this early morning matchup. Hard to believe it's only 8:16 a.m. back home, as we appreciate all of you who got up early and are joining us here in Jamestown. Second game of the day is at a much more reasonable hour, 3 o'clock here local and 2 p.m. for those of our watchers back at home. Here's McPherson. He backhands this one down. Left wing side, it goes below the net as Jordan Laycock. Can't get it out. Laycock will try again. He's pressured by Charlie Preston. Down into the corner. Now finally Ontario will come out of the zone with it. It's going to take a chance here to finish my thought from earlier. The points per period system, so that is the big tiebreaker that will come into effect when it comes to the Titans' chances of making it, as this will go down for an icing. So each period is worth 1 point. So if you win the period, you get the point. If you lose, you get 0. If you tie the period, whether it be 0-0 or 5-5, each team gets half a point. And then on top of that, you get your usual additional 2 points for winning the game. And if a game's decided in overtime, the winning team gets 1.5 points and the losing team gets 0.5 points. Again, this is completely separate from just the standings points. Here's Cesario, 2-on-1, gets it over. Surma looking for a second goal, and they score! The initial 2-on-1 didn't work out, but Frank Surma centered it and found Adam Sokol, and an easy one for 2-6. 2-0 Titans and a big second period goal here as they take the lead in the second. Surma and Cesario both get their second point, as this line combines for that one. So the Titans lead 2-0, and based on exactly what I was just saying, that is huge for the tiebreaker as a man's taken down by the Titan bench, and they're going to the power play. All power plays on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys. Yeah, that's a tough elbow, as elbowing is the official call. 2 minutes on the clock and 3:48 to go in the second. So yesterday, for example, the Titans won 2-0. They scored a goal in the second and a goal in the third. Or pardon me, a goal in the first period Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I don't remember, but they scored in one period and then another, and then the last period was 0-0. So the Titans get 2 points for winning the game in regulation and 2 points for winning 2 periods, and then they split the last period. So coming into today, their points per period was 4.5. And that is your big tiebreaker. So it doesn't matter here what the score of the game is. You want to win each period, as it will absolutely come into effect, especially with this year's format of no groups. You could have over 4 3-0 teams, but only 4 can make it to the semifinals, and those tiebreakers will be in effect. Here's Mulvey with a shot. That one stopped by Sorois as the puck goes down to the far side. OHA looks to clear. They cannot. Weller over to Mulvey left side. Tries a shot. That one blocked in close by Aaron Wood. Now behind the net. Another penalty has been called, this time against the Titans, as their power play will be cut short, and they'll go to the box for tripping. Ryan Mulvey, the guilty party, down in that near side corner, just out of our view on camera. But we'll play some 4-on-4 for an extended period of time, 57 seconds, before it becomes an OHA power play. When that happens, the Titans will be on the penalty kill. And all penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderplug Trial Attorneys here on the South Hockey Network. As we near the Zamboni intermission on our first of 5 game broadcasts today, first of 2 for the Titans and 3 others here from the non-GBS teams at this tournament. Should be a fun evening with me and Gerard as Luke Fagan gets around 1. He leaves it for Pajerski, who takes a shot, that one high of the net. Now rebound down below the goal line. OHA killing some time before their power play starts. They'll get it out to Lespency. Now here's a shot from Elkin. Save made by the shoulder, and catching the puck on the rebound is the freshman goaltender, Thomas Preston, who has not allowed a goal here at the Governor's Cup through nearly 5 periods. How about the kid? He's had a great season for Jim Philbin, and a big piece here for the future of Glenbrook South hockey. Face-off won by Glenbrook South. Here comes Luke Fagan. Fagan out to Cesario. Jonathan Cesario over the line, left wing side, centered it, looking for Luke, who couldn't get a tip on it. Luke Fagan still searching for his first goal of the season and first career Glenbrook South goal. Only 2 guys on the team without a goal in any competition this year. It's a couple of defensemen, Luke Fagan and Cole McPherson. So maybe we'll see one of them too, or maybe both, light the lamp before the team gets back on the bus home. 90 seconds to go in the period as the 4-on-4 has concluded. Now it is officially an OHA power play. They'll come over the line, play it back up high to the left point. Here's Laycock. High slot, comes to the right point for Wong. Wong with a shot, blocked by his own man. Now right in front, here's a good save made by Preston with the left pad. Now Laycock up high, right point. Goes down to Wong, who sends it across. Picked up by Rusky Jones. Ali Rusky Jones. Now to the near side, Wysome Wong. Wong, right point. Back down to Laycock, far side. Gets it deep. Centering pass looking for Wong, but intercepted by the Titans as Sokol comes out with it fresh off the penalty box. And here comes Frank Surma. He takes a shot and a save made by Sorois. As Frank Surma was fresh off the bench after coming on in exchange for Ryan Mulvey, whose penalty had just expired. Every player's dream right there. And Frank Surma could not find his second goal of the game there. Now backhanded out to the neutral zone. Hoffer got it to Surma. Frank Surma back to Hoffer, back to Surma. He takes a shot, blocked in close as we get down to 5. The Titans maybe with one more chance here. Adam Sokol will backhand it down below the line. But time expires on period number 2. But the Titans will head to the locker room with a 2-goal lead and the maximum points per period possible through 2 periods of play, as they'll look to come out, hold on to the lead, and if they're lucky, add 1 more for the 5 points in the points per period tiebreaker. Titans lead shots on goal 20-10, and the game 2-0. How about that math? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the 3rd period here on the South Hockey Network. But before we do, I'll take a look at this chat here. Janet Mulvey, love watching from Wisconsin. You guys rock. Go South. Thank you, Janet. Wish you could be here for this tournament, but it's exactly what our broadcast is for, once again, for all the people back at home. We've also got Matt here, no last name on that one. what are the rest of the games you guys are streaming besides the Glenbrook South games? Well, that is a good question, Matt. If you go to our upcoming live streams, you can see our full lineup as we've got 4 more games besides this one today, one of which a Glenbrook South game, but 3 others are non-tournament. And then regardless of the teams, we'll be here for the semifinal and the championship tomorrow. So you'll have that to look forward to. Whatever team you cheer for, if you make it to the semifinal or the final, we'll be right here on the South Hockey Network. All right, don't go anywhere. Zamboni has hit the ice, and we'll be back in just a few moments for period number 3 between the Glenbrook South Titans and Ontario Hockey Academy. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from Northwest Arena's Rink 2 here at the Governor's Cup in Jamestown, New York. As the Titans hold a 2-0 lead going into the second period, Frank Surma, Jonathan Cesario, and Adam Sokol all have 2 points each, as those three connected for both of the Titans' goals up to this moment. It was Surma scoring the first and Sokol scoring the second, with assists from the other boys on each one. We've switched back to our first period shooting sides, as OHA will go from right to left and the Glenbrook South Titans from left to right. As the Titans, in spite of holding a 2-0 lead with the tiebreaker situation, would love to get a goal here in the third period and go a perfect 5 period points in the tiebreaker category. Dylan Ward here on the South Hockey Network with you on play-by-play duties. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer as always. Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator, CSO. As now Pajerski kicks it ahead, gets it to Ben Stevens. Stevens through neutral ice, takes a shot. That one didn't miss the net by much. Now Hoffer. Blake Hoffer centered it, and backhander, that one wouldn't go. Hoffer, the Titans' leading scorer, looking for his first point of the Governor's Cup. Now here's a shot by Pajerski, as that one takes a deflection high. And Gerard, I'm going to ask you, do you mind deleting the replays? Because I just forgot how to do it. Okay, he did, but it didn't work. No problem. All right, well, the Titans will take a face-off in their attacking zone. Right wing circle. Drop of the puck is won by OHA as they play it down behind the net. Just getting started here in period number 3. First of 2 games today for the Titans here at this Jamestown Governor's Cup. As the Titans complete their 3rd tournament in 3 weekends. SHL Showcase back at home. The O'Grady Cup Thanksgiving tournament, of course, and now here the Governor's Cup. As the Titans will look to go 3-0 and advance to the semifinals, which would be tomorrow morning. Here's Dylan Lytell over the line. Now Bonnell down the right wing side. Looked to center it. Couldn't get it back to Lytell. Now behind the net. It's played to the far side. And they can't get it outside the zone. It just sits there by the blue line. And OHA will play it out. Taken back by Luke Fagan. Fagan around Kitty. Fagan around Laycock. Fagan centered it, looking for Bonnell. Couldn't get it to him cleanly. Evan Bonnell tried to lift the stick, but it gets forced outside the zone by the captain, Ollie Rusky-Jones. Now Kitty. Blocked by Luke Fagan as he backhands it to Adam Sokol. Sokol through neutral ice, over the line, looking for his 2nd goal of the game. His shot takes a deflection and goes up and into the netting, out of play. 22-11, the shots on goal in favor of the Titans. As they're not actually counting shots on goal here at this tournament for whatever reason on the official score sheets. But that's why we have our CSO in the house, Brad Cesario, counting your shots for you. So we have an official track. Here is Cesario, not Brad, but Jonathan. Got it back up to Mulvey. Mulvey waits, slings it over. Will Fagan towards the net. That one blocked by Fleetum as OHA will come out through neutral ice. Knocked into the zone by Ariel Elkin. Goes down behind the net for Stenlin Fleetum. Fleetum near side as they fight for the puck. Eventually finding it is Sokol. He gets it out to Frank Surma. Finds Cesario. Can we get the hat trick of goals from this line? Now all we need is Cesario to put one to the back of the net, assisted by Surma and Sokol. Big hit net by the Titan bench, knocks down a man. Ryan Mulvey will send it in from neutral ice. Didn't miss the crossbar by too much. Will Fagan, left point, takes a shot. That one high of the net, bounces off the glass. Now Ontario, Fleetum gets it ahead. Minato Knocked off the puck by Will Fagan. And Ryan Mulvey backhands it out. Intercepted by Busy Costco. He'll send it down below the line. Ryan Mulvey lays it out to the neutral zone. Picked up by OHA as they'll send it down. Will Fagan out to Preston. That one just missed him. And here comes Ontario the other direction, down the right wing side. Here's a centering pass. That one tipped high. Settled down by Jonah Weiss. Weiss playing in his first game of the Governor's Cup after missing yesterday due to illness. Good to have him back in the lineup. As the Titans without Asher Vanderploeg and Zach Boris for the entirety of this tournament. Weiss looked to get that one up high to Weller, but it's taken away by Wong. Then Weller knocks Wong off the puck. W on W action right there, with Ward on the call. Now here's McPherson. He gets his pocket picked, but it goes down below the goal line. Weller. Now McPherson plays it to the near side. Jonah Weiss can't escape the zone with it. As now Adams out to Preston, but taken right back by OHA. 9.5 to go in the third. Titans looking to hold on to this 2-0 lead. And they're going to get a penalty, though, on... Or no, pardon me, no penalty. Hand pass is the call against OHA. So that'll send the faceoff outside of the zone. And no shorthanded for the Titans. I don't know if you noticed, Gerard, but our left net cam has seemed to have fallen. Now Surma through neutral ice. Got it ahead to Sokol. Centered it. Cesario takes a shot. That one wide of the net. Boy, I almost called it. And now Fagan can't keep it in the zone. Here comes OHA. They've got an odd man rush. It's Nick Arbor down the right wing side. Centered it and they score. The initial save was made by Preston, but on the rebound it was punched home by Ariel Elkin. And OHA here in the third period beats the Titans. Odd man rush. Ryan Mulvey, the defender, played his position pretty well, but the centering pass, and then there you go, the backhander was initially saved. As we'll get a look at our net cam. Or not. We'll take a look at the next whistle as we get down to 9 minutes left in the third. But here's another odd man rush. Sokol got it to Cesario, who takes a shot. That one stopped. So I know it's a tough angle, but let's still look at it anyway, because the first save was made by Preston. Or no, it hit the post. And then on the rebound, it was banked in. All right, 8:51 to go in the third period. 2-1 game. The Titans down 1-0 in the third period. Here's a shot. That one gloved by Sarois. As Thomas Preston gives up his first goal allowed this tournament in his sixth period. Drop of the puck, another face-off win for GBS, but it goes all the way outside the zone. Weller will have to chase it down. It goes down low below the line. Now Wong swoops in there. Taken back by Pajerski as he gets it out to Hoffer. Stretch pass. Stevens will turn on the Jets. Ben Stevens to the puck. Stevens spins. Pinned up against the boards. Near side corner. As Stevens is taken down. Well, meanwhile, the puck goes up to Luke Fagan. Back down to Blake Hoffer. Now Benji Pajerski. Up to Luke Fagan. Hoffer swoops in. Taken away as it gets lifted out by OHA and settled down by Aiden Weller. Weller will come over the line down the right wing side. Weller takes a shot, and it won't go. It looked like it was going to bounce over the goaltender and out. Meanwhile, OHA will ice this one. Let's take another look at that chance from Aiden Weller. Right here, I thought it was about to land in the net. The goal cam will give us a great look. Just didn't make it over the shoulder with enough momentum, or as much momentum as I thought with the naked eye. This one goes down and on net. Save made by Preston as he hangs on at the halfway mark of the third period. McPherson getting into it with a man down low. Just want to take a second to shout out my beautiful girlfriend, Michaela Minahane, who is watching back in Glenview. Waking up early to show her boyfriend some support here on the broadcast. And a very special shout out indeed, as Tuesday, December the 10th, will be our 4-year anniversary. So I love you, Michaela, and glad you're spending some time watching. And I just noticed that you left the chat. I didn't even see that. So I'll take a look at that as soon as I can. But former Glenbrook South student as well. That's where we met. This one's offsides, as we were both the class of 2019. All right, let's have a look at this. So grateful to share this morning with you, Dylan, and with everyone else here watching. What a wonderful way to start the day. All right. That's a lovely message. Thank you, Michaela. 7:19 to go here in the third period. 2-1 game in favor of the Titans. The goals today from Frank Surma and Adam Sokol. The goals yesterday from Evan Bennell and Benji Pajerski. Here's Sokol, already with 2 points today. Sokol behind the net, couldn't make anything happen. Now it's taken back by Ontario. Here comes Elkin, but they're offsides on this zone entry. Way offsides at that. 6:56 to go in regulation time. There are no ties in this tournament. We will play overtime and then the shootout if necessary, but the Titans hoping that it won't be. Face-off taken by GBS as Joe Hoffer steps in on camera while Gerard will go down and fix the left side goalie cam. As Ontario Hockey Academy through neutral ice. Here's Laycock. He comes over the line, knocks it in down the right wing side. Mitchell Adams to the near side. Weiss gets it back for Adams, who pokes it out of the zone. Minato. Pass across, intercepted by Charlie Preston, but he couldn't come over the blue line. Now Preston will swing it in. Picked back up by OHA as they get it outside the zone. Hoffer slings it in. Behind the net it goes. Jonah Weiss couldn't hang on to the puck, and here comes Ontario. It's Nick Arbor. Now to the near side, kept in the zone by Rusky Jones. Behind the goal line it goes for Elkin. Ariel Elkin, the goal scorer for Ontario today. As the Titans led 2-0 after 2, but a goal in the third period from OHA. Looking for their first win of this tournament, as they lost 1-0 to Culver yesterday. Here's Cesario on a steal. What a centering pass for Surma, and it wouldn't go. What a save made by Sorois, as Surma nearly with his third point of the game. Now one-man hit off the puck. Here comes Ontario. It's Elkin over the line down the left wing side. Takes a shot. Big save made by Preston as he keeps it a 2-1 game. Getting down to crunch time for Ontario, as we saw Cathedral Prep opt to not pull their goalie. Down 2-0 against the Titans due to the points per period tiebreaker. We will see what happens here in this one, down by 1. I would assume that they will try it because, well, actually, they pretty much have to, because if they lose this game, they'll have 2 losses and be eliminated from the tournament. This pass missed Blake Hoffer. It goes all the way down, and it's an icing. What a look here, as Jonathan Cesario, who has 2 assists, already. Down to Surma right in front of the net. Just could not beat Sir Royce, the goaltender. Both teams still with a timeout in their back pocket. As this one's poked ahead by the Titans, here comes Ben Stevens, has Hoffer to his left. Stevens lost the puck. So he gets hit into the boards. Pajurski then centers it. Goes up to Blake Hoffer in the slot. Backhand shot, just missed the right post. Now Stevens to Pajurski, takes a shot, rings it wide of the net. Now Luke Fagan can't keep it in the zone. He'll chase it back down to his own end. Play it across. As now Aiden Weller. Out to Pajurski, who deflects it in. Under 4 minutes left in these 15-minute period games. Here's Pajurski, gets around one. Benji Pajurski below the goal line. Pajurski up high, Aiden Weller takes a shot, looking for a deflection from Hoffer. Nearly got it, but it's stopped by Sir Royce. Now this one's cleared all the way down by OHA, and that will be a whistle for icing here with 3:30 to go in the third. As Gerard comes back from fixing the goal cam, Joe Hoffer trying to fight with him for who's going to film the rest of the game. Playfully, of course. Got a good team here for our broadcast group. All right, 3.5 to go. GBS wins the faceoff in their own zone. We'll keep a close eye down to our right and see when OHA will pull the goaltender. You got to think it's coming. Down by 1. Even with the points per period tiebreaker, OHA just cannot afford to go 0-2 here. So they will likely do anything possible to try to tie this game. So the Titans have to be ready for a big push. But then the bright side is if the Titans can find the empty net, then they will tie the period. As some of the Titans are being told to go back to the bench, too late on the change. So the Surma, Sokol, Cesario line steps on. Face off at the left dot. Won by the Titans. Here's Cesario. Back up high, Will Fagan. Down low, Adam Sokol, far side corner. Taken away by Ontario as they get it out to neutral ice. This one's intercepted. Here comes Pros. Down low. Sent right back into the zone as we get down to 2:50. Goalie staying put for now as Will Fagan has possession. Got intercepted as it comes out to the neutral zone. Now Ontario grabs the puck. Pros over the line, left wing side. No signal from the bench yet for the goaltender. Benji Pajurski. Through neutral ice. Pajurski goes to Stevens. Ben Stevens centered it. Pajurski looking for a tip. It just went wide of the net. Now Weller towards the net. Save made by Sir Royce. Rebound on the backhand. Pajurski, the save is made as well. Now Blake Hoffer picks up the puck. Right side corner, not even letting Ontario get a chance to pull their goaltender. Back up high it goes, Luke Fagan towards the net. Save made, rebound, Hoffer, they score! Blake Hoffer stuffs it in. Who needs the empty net? The Titans get another one past Nicholas Sir Royce, and Blake Hoffer with his first point of the tournament, 3-1 Titans. Scramble play in the blue paint. The shot from up high, Luke Fagan will get another assist, and Blake Hoffer will get the goal as he snuck it through the 5-hole. And the Titans make it 3-1. Now, if Glenbrook South can get one more goal here in this third period, they will lead the period and collect the maximum amount of tiebreaker points. And you got to think, down 3-1, OHA's not giving up on this game. They've just called a timeout. So they're likely going to start, or not, maybe not start with an empty net, but they'll have an empty net at some point. So this is actually a huge empty net goal situation for the Titans if they can find it. They will take all 5 tiebreaker points. Dylan Ward here on the South Hockey Network. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. and Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator, as we have exactly 2 on the clock here in period number 3. Center ice face-off. Nicholas Sorois, the goaltender, will stay in his net for the face-off. As we go to center ice, drop of the puck is taken by OHA. They'll retreat back to their own zone. You saw the goaltender sort of cheating out of his net a little bit, but here's a giveaway. The Titans. Sokol will go up high. Will Fagan. You almost think that an interesting strategy would be just to give up the puck. As here's a shot by Surma. He scores his second of the game and 3rd point. And the Titans make it 4-1 again without the empty net and take the lead 2-1 in the period. Forget what I was saying. Nice pass from below the goal line, as also getting his 3rd point on the play will be Adam Sokol. Cesario, I'm sure, got a secondary. And Frank Surma collects his 14th goal of the season with that one. And a huge bounce back here in the 3rd period by the Titans. Now Pajerski centers at Stevenson. Well, they had the lead all game, but to not give up and play the full 45 minutes, as a penalty will be called here down in that near side corner against OHA. Both refs put their arm in the air after that one. As Wong getting into it with Ben Stevens as he hacks him with his stick. And it looks like he will be thrown out of the game. So Wysum Wong thrown out of the game. And I believe the rules are the same here in Jamestown, New York, that he will likely be suspended for the next game. I could be wrong. We'll have to see. We have another Ontario Hockey Academy game on our schedule here for our nightcap. So the Titans will have a power play, as OHA will have to figure out who to send to the box to serve the penalty against Wong. It will be Minato. So one more time, we remind you that all power plays on the South Hockey Network are brought to you by RSM. As maybe the Titans can add one more. Already up 4-1. Goals from Surma, he's got 2. Adam Sokol and Blake Hoffer. Here's a wraparound attempt by Cesario. It wouldn't go. Frank Surma. Left side circle with 1 minute on the clock. Try to pass over to Ryan Mulvey. He couldn't get it to him cleanly. Now Surma backhands that one, and it gets sent in by Ontario. So Ontario Hockey Academy will have one more game later on tonight, but they have been mathematically eliminated from this tournament with this loss. As Ryan Mulvey comes into the zone, tries to split some defenders, and putting a glove on top of the puck is Sorois. And the Titans are very much alive, on the other hand, as they will advance to 2-0-0. And if they can hang on to this 4-1 final score, then they will have 9.5 period points out of a possible 10 going into their final game. Drop of the puck, won by OHA, they will clear. And Thomas Preston, how about him? 1 goal allowed on 14 shots, and after the shutout yesterday, he'll come in to the final game through 2 games with a save percentage of .964. Through 2 games against some of the better teams in the country in high school hockey. How about in North America here with Ontario Hockey Academy, as this one's cleared out of the zone, and the buzzer sounds, the Titans win their 2nd straight here at the Governor's Cup as they come off the bench and celebrate in their own defensive zone. 4-1 the final score. After a big 2 goals late in the 3rd period to come back in the period and secure all 5 tiebreaker points. They get the 2 points for winning, and they're up to 4 points in terms of their standings, their record, the 2-0-0, 2 points for a win, but 9.5 tiebreaker points, which is winning each period. They'll shake hands at center ice. We're not going to stick around too long because Gerard and I have got a lot of work to do as we get set for our quadruple header later, which will kick off at 3 p.m. local here in New York and 2 p.m. for those of you back at home in Chicago, as the Glenbrook South Titans will play the North Allegheny Tigers in what will be the first of 4 consecutive broadcasts here at the Governor's Cup in Jamestown, New York, as the Titans, who are 2-0, will look for another win and hopefully clinch their spot in the semifinals tomorrow morning. Dylan Ward here on the call with you, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator. We will see you at 2 p.m. Chicago time. Till then, enjoy your morning.